You're listening to Unkillable.
If you didn't kill us last night, we are unkillable.
Hosted by Brandon Tierney.
You should at least be able to embrace the notion that the Jets aren't dead, because they're not. They're definitely not dead. All right, now, Cardinals. What do the Cardinals present? You know, and they are pretty tough. I think that there's an association with the Cardinals, probably like their association with us. Certain teams you just think are always going to stink. No matter when you play them, like the Browns, whatever, they suck, we'll beat them. The Jets, they suck, we'll beat them. The Cardinals, they're trash, we'll beat them. They're not trash, all right? They're definitely not trash. They got a good quarterback who's had an interesting start to his career. Not great. He's good, and he's definitely a threat to run, which is a problem for the Jets. And they illustrated, I take a step back now. They illustrated that in the Patriots game, not the Texans game as much, the Patriots game, where the Jets kept running three defenders toward the left of the quarterback before May went down, right? And even Jacoby Brissett after that. So they got three guys flying from their right side against the Patriots' left side. And it's just a numbers game. Oh, that's nice. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm just going to go to the right. And that's Drake May hurt him on the ground. And Brissett also had a really critical run too. So I think when you look at some of the schematics here and what could hurt the Jets, I mean, Kyler Murray very well could run for 75 yards, if not more, and house one. He can house one from 75 if the Jets aren't buttoned up. Now, it's game 3 for Reddick, and the rust should be gone. The soreness should be gone. The cardio and the energy levels should be more sustainable, and I think that's a good thing. But he's going to run, and they're going to run. So let me give you some stats here. All right, so I don't pretend that everybody knows this. The Cardinals now, they're 7th in rushing yards a game. They average 150 a game, and we know what the Jets' weakness is. That right there terrifies me. All right, and then you look at it like, well, can the Jets run? Not really, because the Jets are. I mean, this is such a pathetic figure. Now, some of this was they threw too much before Downing took over, and they were just too pass dependent. They were idiots, honestly, the way they ran their offense. I don't know how else to say it. But you can score on the Cardinals. All right, the Cardinals allow 24 points a game, which is 18th, so slightly worse than 50%, below 50 percentile. And they give up a lot of yards, 25th yards allowed, which stinks. Now, it's a little bit more of a, not entirely, but a little more of a bend but don't break. All right, I'll kind of take that. If you give Aaron Rodgers and Breece Hall and Garrett and Devontae and even Conklin now, and Gibson can run. He's elusive, so maybe he gets loose for something. If you give them a chance to bend you, I think eventually this Rodgers that I saw the second half against the Texans, he might break you more than he certainly did the first couple of games. So, I think it's a tight one. I'm going to give the Jets the win. I am. And I don't want to take credit for this. Somebody, was it Evan? Was it Evan and Sean? I don't want to get it wrong, but on the afternoon show, I guess the Jets had T-shirts printed up of the Garrett Wilson catch, right? I got to get one of those, by the way. Unkillable. How about unstoppable with that? I still think it was better than OBJ, but I'm not going to debate that again. And I don't think Tiki liked it. I don't know why. I didn't hear the clip. I didn't see the stuff on social media. I just saw a little blurb, and I'm like, I was doing something. But those who liked it on the show, I think 2 of them did, they said, there's actually, maybe this is their OMG moment. Now, I'm not a Mets fan, but it's undeniable the mojo the Mets were creating with the song with Iglesias and the OMG sign when somebody hit a home run and the concert on the field and all the magic. About the Grimace stuff, that was kind of corny, but the other stuff was organic and it worked out well. I don't know. I mean, maybe that shirt or that moment is the literal springboard to the Jets realizing that they're a whole hell of a lot better than they've shown. and that if they button up one or two things, that in certain spots, the Jets can downright kick your ass. Like, it's not like we're sitting here with, let me try to get a few names from the past. And I don't mean productive players like Marshall and Decker. That was a fun team. 10 wins, Todd Bowles' first year. I'm not looking for that. How about like Jeremy Curley and Quincy Enunwa? Now, I think Enunwa would have been good. Actually, I loved him if he didn't get hurt. But I'm going to stick more with Curley. It's not like I'm sitting here saying, all right, if this average player overperforms and you get a little lucky with the standings and this happens and this quarterback who's average to slightly below can capture a little bit of magic like Fitzpatrick did that year, 30-something touchdowns. Maybe the Jets can mess around and create something and maybe steal the wild card. No one's saying that. Like, don't forget, and it was easy to forget this during so many spurts of the season so far. Do not forget that right now, and I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment with Garrett's catch, but between Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson, is there absolutely, definitively speaking, a better wide receiver duo than that? Maybe not. Probably not. Probably not. You have the young ascending star. You've got the still in the back end of his prime Hall of Famer who's got great synergy with the QB. I'll take my chances with that. You have the quarterback who's finally starting to show that he's never going to be like he was years ago. But I mean, Rodgers can still spin it, man. The way he throws the ball, it's glorious. It's gorgeous. It's just beautiful, right? So Rodgers is Rodgers, and that encompasses a bit because he's not quite the athlete that he was, and he's thrown some more picks and made some more mistakes, but still good. Tyron Smith is a massive issue at left tackle, so I'm not even going to bring him into it. But DJ Reed's a stud. Sauce was a stud. I don't know what in the world's going on with Sauce Gardner, but he has been, the last couple of weeks, he has not looked good. Not only has he not looked like Sauce, he hasn't really looked that good at all. Like, he had a chance to basically beat the Patriots. He got abused. He can't tackle. He still doesn't make interceptions. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to bag on him, but he's taking a step back. But if he becomes Sauce again with DJ Reed and, with Michael Carter, who's a very good corner, you got some safeties getting healthy. Breece Hall and Allen is a good running back duo. Like, don't tell me that the Jets cannot win some games. They could. And I believe they win Sunday. You want to score? All right, Ev, I'm going to hit him up with, I think the Jets will score. I'm going to go a little nuts here. I'm going to say that this is the first week that the Jets score 30. I'm going to say Jets 30, Cardinals 20. I'll say the Jets will bend a little bit on defense. They'll sell out on the run. And they'll still get gashed a little bit because they're vulnerable there. But that's mission one, to stop it. And the Cardinals will keep running because they know that they think, and they probably will at some point, they're going to eventually pierce the Jets defense because they're not good at that. And when a team keeps running, what happens? Tick, 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 clock expires. I would be really surprised, unless there's special team meltdowns or Rodgers throws a pick six, whatever. I don't think that the Cardinals are going bonkers offensively. I do think the Jets, and I gave you some of the stats before and some of the yards that they give up, they're vulnerable, the Cardinals. So I think the Jets win 30-20. And then from there, who the hell knows what happens. But just to remind, in terms of what the other teams do to assist the Jets' cause, hey, listen, root for the Ravens, root for the Bills, root for the Chiefs, root for the Commanders this week. That's what you root for. Hope the Jets are healed up, rested, iced up, body regenerated from this ridiculous, stupid schedule that they gave us, which I thought was a favor. Oh, wow, we're on prime time. So amazing. Yeah, go Jets. Woohoo. And then you see it like, dude, you have no time to rest. So that hurt. That's over. Rear view mirror. And I think it's go time. And if it's not, then the season was a colossal failure.